Hey guys, Mrs. Kelly here. I am just going to show you an example of how to find an equation of a line through 2 points. So what you've been doing is you've been given, right now you've been given the slope and you've been given a point, and you've been using y equals mx plus b to plug the slope and the point in to find your b. Okay, so now the only difference is instead of having given the slope and the point, you now have 2 points, okay? So this goes back to the very beginning of linear functions. We're going to find the slope between these 2 points. Let me just get rid of that. So we have to find the slope first before we can do anything else. Okay, so there's our 2 points. Okay, so our slope formula, oh, look at that, blue gold, woohoo, is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Our y2, and so we'll call this the first point, we'll call this the second point, okay? So our y2 is 4, our y1 is 3, our x2 is 6, and our x1 is 2. Okay, remember it's always subtract the y's over the x's. All right, 4 minus 3 is 1, 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, so now we know our m, okay, so which is beautiful. We can replace m with 1/4. We need an x and a y. Okay, so we have 2 points. What you can do is you just pick one of the points and you're going to use that point to plug in and find your b. Okay, so in this example, I would probably choose 2, 3. It doesn't matter. Honestly, they're both positive. So I'm just going to use the first point that we called, and let's change the color. I'm going to just show it all here. So I'm going to replace the y with 3. I'm going to replace the m with 1/4 that we just found. And I'm going to replace my x with 2. Again, we don't know the b. You can probably estimate the b by looking at the graph. You see it's right here where the graph crosses the y-axis, but we don't know the exact value, okay? All right, so we have to do a little bit of just basic math. So 3 equals 1/4 times 2. 1/4 times 2 is 2/4, which is 1/2. That's a 1/2. That's plus b. To find b, let's subtract 1/2. So minus 1/2 from both sides. Sorry, I meant minus 1/2. Okay, so if you just think about what's 3 minus 1/2? 2.5, right? So 3 minus 1/2 is 2.5. So we can call it 2.5, which looks about right, right? Here's 1, 2, 2.5 equals b. Okay, so your final answer would be y equals, well, let's do a new color here. We'll use pink. Okay, so y equals, we found our m was 1/4. We keep our x. We go back to the x and the y because now we're writing the general equation. Okay, so we only need the point to find the b. And you can say plus 2.5. So you can leave your b a decimal. You cannot leave your m a decimal. M always has to be a fraction. So that's the example. I hope you took notes. I'm going to give you some practice problems, and that's it for today. Have a great day.